What's good with y'all? Back with another video, and today I'm reviewing the Kobe 6 Total Orange. I'm tired of everybody calling it WNBA. I'll down this hill, I could be wrong, but the WNBA one is the white and orange ones, the PEs that Jalen Brunson used to wear. This is an all orange colorway, and from what I've seen, it was called the Total Orange originally when they released the shoe and said they were dropping. So I'm gonna keep calling them the Total Orange. This is a WNBA colorway. I'ma die on that hill. But let's get into the review. Hot take already off the rip. This orange is the best general release Kobe 6, in my opinion. Besides like the Preludes. Definitely better than the Grinches. Sorry, had to be said. If you think the reverse Grinches look better than the Grinches, we have beef and you're probably under like 15. If I'm being 100% honest, because that's a crazy take. But let's get into the tech of the upper. Is a cast urethane upper with a snakeskin design, and then we have a TPU heel counter in the back with the Kobe signature. We have a mesh tongue with a gray Kobe logo on the tongue as well. Spray paint looking Nike swooshes on both the inner and outer of the shoe. The snakeskin design and pattern is iconic to the Kobe line, and it looks super cool, and I think this is one of his best looking models. Along with it being one of the top 5 most worn shoes in the NBA for the last like 5-6 seasons, if not longer. A big part of them being worn that much too is not only that they're a good performer, it's they also look extremely good. And these shoes on court have no issues with lockdown. I have had some other pairs where I felt like I could slip the heel out of my shoe. But it wasn't like when I was wearing them I could do it, but when I do my little lockdown test where I slide my heel out, it comes out sometimes. With these, no issues. When we get into the midsole, we have a Cushline midsole. At this point, bro, they're going to keep dropping Kobe 5 and Kobe 6s. Just put Cushline 3.0 in. I'm sure you guys aren't already manufacturing colorways that are dropping a year from now. Sabrina 2s have it. Tatum 3s have it. You're already Protro. I'm just get like a Protro 2.0 or something like that. But Cushline midsole, I love Cushline. That is one of my favorite cushion setups from Nike outside of Zoom X. And then we have a 4-foot Zoom Turbo. This has always been a fuss in the basketball sneaker Kobe community world that the OG pairs had heel zoom unit with a 4-foot Zoom Turbo and Cushline, and that the Protros only have Cushline and then Zoom Turbo on the 4-foot, no heel zoom unit. And I'm torn about it. Because I don't get what's the obsession with people in Nike basketball and having zoom units and air units. It's like every other brand never uses the air unit, but Nike does it, and it works well with Nike shoes. Zoom Strobo is extremely nice. Some of the zoom units are extremely nice. Full length zoom air, extremely nice. But I don't always feel like zoom air is needed. And on top of it, bro, the amount of air bubbles I popped in my time, especially the heel ones, and my PG5s popped the air bubble in like a week. I do like that they kind of took it out, because I feel like Cushline is a nice cushion. Every other brand doesn't use the little air bubbles and everything like that, and can still have a really nice cushioning setup. And it has the air bubble. It has the air bubble in the air unit where it's needed. I feel like that increased the durability a little bit with this shoe as well. And if you're new here, or if you know anything about Kobe's, durability and Kobe's are always a problem. One less little thing to worry about with the shoe. Like, that's a nice touch. I wouldn't be complaining. But, you know, some people want their air units. As far as comfort goes for a shoe, the first couple wears, not gonna lie, gonna be uncomfortable. If you just go and do like one really long hoop session, or if you just do a couple hard practices, that's all you need to really break them in. But them first couple wears are definitely gonna be a little rough. The upper's kind of stiff. It typically runs small too, so if you went true to size 2, it's definitely going to take some breaking in for you. But they do tend to mold to your foot over time, and they fit really well, one of one, like a glove. Now we get into the outsole, and this was a complaint, but some people liked it, some didn't. Translucent outsole. It has a snakeskin traction pattern on the outsole, and it also has a midfoot carbon fiber shank. I don't know what's up with hoopers in the carbon fiber obsession, but I like it too, so I can't really say nothing to y'all about it. Some people are saying they'll have some concerns about it yellowing over time. I do feel like because the upper is just this bright orange, even when it yellows, it's going to obviously turn a little bit yellow. It's not going to look horrible in my opinion because the colorway of the upper. I feel like it'll mesh kind of well. It's obviously not going to look as good as when it's brand new, but nonetheless, I still feel like it's going to be fine, even with a little bit of yellowing or age to it. As far as the traction goes though, I gave it 8.5 out of 10 or 9. One of the two. The traction on these is really good. For the most part, with every Kobe 6 I've had, traction's been really good. I like the translucent traction performance on the Kobe 6s a little bit more than the solid rubber Kobe 6s. My Dodgers, my All-Stars, traction was good, but I just feel like it didn't bite as hard as the translucent ones on like the Grinches, the reverse Grinches, or these, for example. Just something I've noticed with the Kobe 6 line. And as far as squeak, Kobe's a real hit or miss. Sometimes it's dependent on the court as well, but these actually did squeak first wear. Some Kobe's too, it just takes a little bit of time and they start to squeak. Does not affect performance at all, but I know some people are picky about that and they just like to hear those basketball sounds when they're wearing their hoop shoes. Even with me, like when I'm shooting around at a gym or something like that, I have to either leave one AirPod in or turn my music down, because if I don't hear like the ball bounce when I'm dribbling and stuff, I feel like it kind of messes up my rhythm, throws me off. Touched on the fit a little bit, but as far as the fit goes, I would definitely go a half size up. Went true to size on these. I actually like my shoes a little bit snug, because especially when you break them in, it molds your foot and it's cool, but these are tight. Definitely a little bit tight, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's most Kobe's though, Kobe 6s, Kobe 5s. A lot of y'all got y'all first pair of Kobe 5s when the X-rays came out, and the eggplants, and y'all were complaining. Y'all in my comments like, oh, how long does it take to break in? These hurt. And I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, if you went true to size, you might be cooked, especially if you got wide feet. That is one of the reasons I have the Kobe 5 and the Kobe 6 in like my top 5 to top 8 hoop shoes of all time. I have the 5s higher than the Kobe 6s though, just because the Kobe 5 are a tad bit wider and they just fit and a little bit more comfortable for my feet. But in my opinion, they're damn near identical shoes, from the midsole to the traction patterns are slightly different. Upper is pretty similar too, and even with the heel counters, it's like Kobe 5, Kobe 6 kind of go hand in hand. It's just personal preference after that, what you feel works best for your feet. Okay, let's get into the price now. If you do want to purchase these, use the link down below to pick these up from StockX to get an early pair. I paid X amount of dollars, more than what you'd be paying if you use that link. What I paid for these shoes was a little hefty, but I got them early. You guys have seen this video maybe a couple days after I got them, but I put in my order to get them from my plug. For those that want to know my plug, it's literally YYT_sneakers on Instagram. Him and I don't know, I've heard some different things about PRM.cotd, but I haven't personally encountered anything, and I think it's more of like the business side with them, because they both get the early pair, so it's a little bit of, you know, not competition, but yeah, I use YY sneakers. Prices are not cheap, and the price he tells me versus what he tells some of y'all, from what I heard, he's not upcharging y'all crazy, but I definitely get a little bit better of a price. I'm also kind of bringing customers, I guess, when I make videos like this. But he's been super reliable, super cool. He's based in China, and I guess that's where they get everything early, because PRM is also based in China. But he's the reason I got the Jaw 3s early, and I also got these early. I am working on getting the EYBL GT Cut 1s from him early whenever he gets a pair in hand. Hopefully it's in my size. Overall, I told y'all in the last video with the Jaw 3s, I paid $900 for the Jaw 3s and these. So I don't really know the breakdown, because he wanted like 4 for the Jaw 3s, I believe, or 450 is what he was telling people, something like that. And it was like, I think he wanted 8 for these at one point. When I first really talked to him about it. So I'm gonna just say 6 and 3 is the breakdown for that. So 3 for the Jaws, 600 for these. I'm not really too mad about what I paid for the price. Paid a couple extra $100. Make sure they're legit. I did not get a box though, because they told me with some early pairs, they don't have boxes, which it's not really do or die. As far as the weight goes for the shoe, these are coming in at 362 grams. That is like 10 grams heavier than the average Kobe 6. Why that is, I have no clue. Could just be a design thing. I get them all in the same size, so I couldn't tell you. But they're still not heavy. Average weight for my size hoop shoe is 370 to 400 grams. So they're still on the lightweight side. Overall, I love my Kobe 6s. Solid lightweight shoe. This is, if not my favorite Kobe 6 of all time, especially of the ones I have in hand right now. If I can get my hand on a pair of real Preludes, definitely need those. They're going to take some time to break in. I would definitely recommend you going to half size up. Even with the translucent outsole, you shouldn't have any issues as far as traction goes. They do squeak for all y'all that want to know if they squeak or not. And the cushion is solid and definitely gets better over time. And Kobe's are meant to mold to your feet. So even if you do get a little small, don't worry, don't panic. Take them to the court. Might hurt a little bit, but over time they'll start fitting perfect. Catch y'all next one though. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you want to pick these up, link down below, man.